Hari Om. Let's start with the prayer. Om Samasta Jana Kalyani Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanura Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Bande Jagadgurum Tvameva Mata Cha Pidatvameva Tvameva Bandhusya Sakatvameva Tvameva Vidyadravinaṁ Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mamadeva Deva Tvameva Sarvam Gurudeva Deva. Hari Om. We are doing the Vedanta Sangraha of Sri Ramaraya Kavi. We are at the 12th chapter, talks about Ananda Swarupam. He completed, he said that we discussed already Atma is Chit Swarupam and also Atma is Sat Swarupam, and we are discussing Atma is also Ananda Swarupam. It's Satchit Ananda is the nature of Atma. And we are doing the second paragraph. Atmani sarva dukkha rahityam sushuptyadishu pratyaksham. So giving an example of the deep sleep state where Atma, the self, is alone, is there, and whole world is dissolved. Waking world is absorbed, dream world is absorbed. In the deep sleep state, there is apparently no ahankara there also, as he is going to talk about, and it is a state of homogeneous absence of the duality. So that is essentially called the subject-object duality is what is called the absence, and therefore akhanda, akara, ajnana vritti. That's what is called in the deep sleep state. And the deep sleep state is described by Mandukya as nakanchana kamam kamayata. There is no desire for any object there because there are no objects that you see. So that's the Atmani sarva dukkha rahityam sushuptyadishu pratyaksham. So this everybody experiences the deep sleep state, and everybody loves the deep sleep state. After tiring and all that, he says, I just want to go and sleep. I really want to get rid of everything. I want to relax yourself by yourself, and there is nobody else there to disturb you. That's what the deep sleep state is. Andahasan anando bhavati ichadi stuti samsiddha. Atmanaha sarvam pratiseshitvat parma premaspadam yatvam. Here he says, the Atma is the end for everything else. I want this for what? I want this for my sake. And I want for anything in this whole world I am going after. I want this, I want this, I want this. For whose sake? For my sake. And therefore, why? Because with that I am going to be happy. So what I am looking for is not the objects per se, but objects that I think I will be going to be happy with that object. And it is temporarily happiness, because there is no happiness there. What is there is my longing mind is no more longing at that time. Now it's longing for something else. So first thing in the morning, what's a good hot cup of coffee? You are in Madras particularly. So if you think coffee comes, so say now I want idli also. So there is no limit for it. So that is essentially Atmanaha sarvam pratiseshitvat. Ultimate goal is ultimately end part is I am, and that is always there, and that's what happens in the deep sleep state. Nothing else, I am there. In the other place, I am plus something else I want. So Atmanaha sarvam pratiseshitvat parma premaspadatvam, because therefore I am the most supreme lovable entity in the world for me. Sarvasya tu pragadi vishayasya atmaseshatvat pramodspadaditямeva. So premaspadaditямeva. So sarvasya tu pragadi vishayasya atmaseshatvat premaspadatvam. So everything else, including here, he gives pragadi, the garlands, and that means honoring. Somebody praises you, you are so happy, and all that is because you are looking for your own happiness, and you are the source of happiness. When somebody elates you, you are eliminates your part, I am part there, and that's what the happiness coming from. It says sarvasya tu, indeed, garland, pragadi means anything that gives you happiness in the external world. Atmasya, the bottom line is, I am going to be happy with that. So atmaseshatvat premaspadam, because I love myself. I love everything else because it's there, because it gives me happiness. I love myself, no because I love myself absolutely, because I am the very source of happiness. We will do third one. Tadahi sushabdaha vedadayaha susparshaha, so malaya niladayaha surupaha kundaladayaha surasaha Sutapaladayaha. It gives a lot of examples here. Tadahi, in the same way, Sushabdaha Vedadayaha. So one likes the listen to the Vedas because it gives me happiness. So what I am looking for is happiness, not Vedas per se. And Susparsaha Malaya Nilayadayaha. So a breeze coming, cold breeze coming from the mountains of the Malaya, everybody enjoys there, hopefully. And what is that? Because they are the happiness that one gets there. That's what they enjoy. Surupaha Kundaladayaha. The beautiful decorations by, means earrings, he gives example. And anything that I decorate, because that makes me happy. Because what I am looking for is happiness again. Surasaha Sutapaladayaha. So rasaha, all the juicy mangoes and all that I like, because that gives me happiness. Sugandhinaha kusumadayaha, all the beautiful smells of the flowers, etc. I am happy with that. So Bahudanyaha kshetradayaha, particularly for the farmers, if the lands give a plenty of the produce, they are very happy. So what they are looking for? Happiness again. Bahutshiraha gavadayaha, and gavadaya, the cows give plenty of milk, I am happy. And bahuchitraha, and the varieties of chitras, and gruhadayaha, and the houses and all that, and bahudanaha koshadayaha, plenty of wealth, all that is for my happiness only. Because I love myself to be happy. For my happiness, or I am happy. And Bahurupaha, Bharyadayaha, varieties of the beautiful wives and so on and so forth. These are male chauvinistic. Bahuvidyaha, Putradayaha, and the sons have excelled in every field that makes me happy. What I am looking for is happiness that I am. Bahubalaha Saririndriyadayaha cha Atmanaha Upabhogaya Yapi. So if all the muscles or everything is working and I am very strong, again that gives me happiness, and what I am looking for is my own happiness. So Upabhogaya Atmanaha Upabhogaya Yapi. Upabhojyamaneshu teshu pratisambandhavad. So anything that I get and I am happy with, all the things that are varieties of things that I can enjoy, that gives me happiness, because what I am, the source of happiness is coming from my own self, and that is anandam. Upalabdeshu nashteshu dveshadi sambhavascha. If I don't get what I want, because I am deprived of my happiness, when I lose something, there also it's because I want to be happy, and the source essentially I am longing for happiness, and I am trying to think with that I am happy, without that I am not going to be happy. So all the pravrutti and nivrutti, getting after things and getting rid of things, all life rat race is only for my happiness only. Sarira, fourth fourth paragraph. Sarira atmano parasparam tadatmya adhyasat manusyoham brahmanoham iti abhyamanyamanaha purushaha sarirameva atmanam manyante. Because the identity of sariram, the body and the atma, self and the identification of the self with the body, parasparam tadatmyam. So this is called a mutual adhyasa. So I take myself, I am the body, I am this body. So conscious entity assuming the inert entity as a living entity, as though it is a conscious entity, that is called superimposition of the properties of the pure consciousness on the inert things, and inert things claiming that I am a conscious entity, that is claiming the properties of consciousness and existence from the pure Sat. It is called Anyonya Adhyasa, and that is essentially is what he is talking about. Tadatmya Adhyasa, because of the identification with the Sariram, Atma says, Manushya, I am a Manushya, I am a human being, Brahmano, I am a Brahmana, I am a student, I am any whatever identification. Iti Abhimanyamanaha Purushaha, this longing, that identification with the particular things, Abhimanam, the ego, and that aspect comes because of the identification. So Abhimanyamanaha Purushaha Sarirameva Atmanaha Manyante. So everybody thinks that they are the body. Say, I am the body, and the body is born particular time, therefore my birth, my caste, my everything is associated with the body. So body problems becomes my problems, and that's because of the identity of the self with the inert things that are Sariram and all that. Sariram includes not only the gross body, but also subtle body, including the mind and the intellect also is a Sariram only from the point of Vedanta. So it is the Sthula Sariram or Sukshma Sariram or Causal Sariram, all are Sarira Abhimanam, is Sarirameva Atmanam Manyate. And therefore, catering for the needs of the Sariram becomes the source of happiness for me. Tadrusha Sariratmanaha Upabhogaya Pragadi Putratram Sarve Viseshaha Upayujyamte iti sarvasammatam. So everyone is longing for happiness at the body level, body, mind and intellect level, and this is a common experience for everyone, and therefore this identification of self with the equipments, like I am this, I am this. So people have begun different this, and you know who I am this. So identification of the subject with this which is a Sariram is the whole process, and by identification I am trying to be getting happiness out of it. Ahankara tadatmya adhyasat kartrutvaye abhimananinaha purushasya gamana pratyesha maitunani upayogitvat sarirendriyani seshanyeva atmanaha. So here give a more example of that I am a doer, I am an enjoyer. So kartrutva bhavam, bhoktrutva bhavam, all comes because of the identification of myself, the self that I am, with the equipments of the body, mind and intellect level. And all the activities that we do from morning to evening and from the birth to death, all are related to this ahankaram. Aham is I am. This identification is called ahankaram, and this can be small or big, that depends upon how much I identify with. So upayogitva sarirendriyani seshanyeva atmanaha atra ahankarasya chetanyeva atmanatvat. Because I am identifying the ego, and everybody loves their ego, and the ego is because ego involves I am part and this part. Because I am part is involved, not just this part, therefore everybody loves their ego. What they love is themselves, and that is the source of happiness, that which is mana bhuvam hi bhuyasam iti prematma nichate. And that's what the essence of the whole life itself essence of what Vedanta tries to point out. The last paragraph here. Sacha ahankaraha atma tadatmya abhimanenaiva priyatamaha. Therefore, he concludes here, therefore everybody loves their ego only because of identity of the self with the non-self. There is a self involved, that's why everybody is very happy. Abhimanam is they love themselves, and priyatamaha. Priyatamaha is the most supreme love for themselves than anything else. Atmanaha sakashat prutakrutetu atmaiva priyatamaha sushupto atmaswarupa sukhanubhavartam ahankarana asasyapi atmana akankshitatvat. So in the case of waking state, I am looking for happiness outside, identifying with the waking body. In the dream state, I am identifying with the dream body, looking for happiness. And in the deep sleep state, there is no identification with the body. I am back to myself. Therefore, everybody is happy there. So in the other case, you have to gain something or lose something or something like that. It's likes and dislikes are there, but even those are absent in the deep sleep state. Therefore, everyone loves to go to deep sleep state, and everyone is happy in that state because the source of happiness is coming from Atma. Therefore, dasmat ahankaropi atmarthameva priyaha. So even the ego is not there in the deep sleep state, that there is no I am this is not there. I am is only there, and I say I slept very well, but I am happy because there is no duality whatsoever, and there is no ditiyartho bhayam bhavati. Any speck of division contributes to suffering. That's what Upanishad says. Udaram antaram kurute adasya bhayam bhavati. A speck of difference of anything can cause fear, and that is not there in the deep sleep state. Everyone, there is also song in Telugu, there is Nidra Vokkate, that is, sleep is same whether it's a king or a pauper, both are happy in that state. And that's why everyone longs for deep sleep state, because they are by themselves. Therefore, they are in the Atma state only. Atmanahi anandarupaha tarhi panditaha pamaraha sadharyena sarvesham susupti akanksha nasati na kanchati. If the deep sleep state is not of a happy state, nobody wants to go to sleep, whether it's a pauper or a pandita. So therefore, everyone wants to, therefore that itself proves that when there is no duality whatsoever and there is only Atma there, that is the happy state. Sushupti samadhyoho hi swatmananda spurti asti. Sushuptau ajnanena avrutam atmananda samadhautu anavrutam. But in the deep sleep state, because of the ignorance, my true nature is also not known. Even though I am there, I slept very well, but I don't know myself also in the deep sleep state. What did you do? I don't know. Where were you? I don't know. There is no time, there is no space, but even though that I am existing in the deep sleep state, I am not conscious of my own existence also, because that's what due to ajnanam, that is what due to ignorance is covering that. That's why it's called the karana sarira, in the deep sleep state. So brahmakara vrittitasya ajnanavaranasya kshinatvat iti yanena bhedaha. So the difference between the deep sleep state versus a difference between a realized state where the mind is conscious of that happy state, whereas there is no mind itself to be conscious of the happy state in the deep sleep state, because you don't have mind. If you have mind, you are not sleeping. So that's what the problem, difference between the deep sleep state versus the realized state also. Therefore, iti yanena bhedaha. This is all the difference between the two states. Iti atmanaha anandarupatva niropanam. This way we establish Atma is not only Sat Swarupam, Chit Swarupam, but also Ananda Swarupam. Ananda manifests only when the mind is calm and quiet. So existence, everything exists. Existence expresses itself in even inert things. But consciousness is expressed only when there is a subtle material. And even Ananda is not expressed until the mind and intellect becomes calm and serene, then Ananda also gets reflected. And that is because my nature is Anandam and Sat and Chit Swarupam, and that's what is essentially is the nature. Here he proves that I am Ananda Swarupam. With that, we complete this chapter and also the Ananda aspect of it. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om.